is Inside Indiana editor-in-chief Ken Bikoff, along with Inside Indiana writer Sean Morrison, and we'd like to welcome you to the latest in our look at some of the prospects on IU's radar. This time around, we're going to be taking a look at a class of 2013 prospect, Mark Williams, a 6'7", 235-pound power forward out of Ohio. Sean, you got a chance to see him last weekend. Your thoughts on just kind of how he played in Fort Wayne?
Ken, he showed off a lot of skills down in Fort Wayne, and a little less athletic than you'd like him to be, but he's getting interest from a lot of the Big Ten right now, and IU being his only offer. But his coach expects that to change very quickly.
Well, we're going to take a look here a little bit at his offensive game. We're going to start with him hitting the boards and just kind of take a look at how he's able to get to some of those rebounds using his size, which is really an advantage, especially at his age. Now there you see him battle for a rebound, fire an outlet pass. On this one, again, he's looking for his guards and doing a good job of just trying to make things happen that way.
Yeah, he did a really great job of getting position during this game, especially on the defensive end. Right here you see him do a little bit too much for a big man there, but he definitely did a good job of getting some really good forwards on that All-Ohio Red squad out of the paint and making sure he came down with the rebound and did a very good job of putting a good seal on some very impressive and strong forwards on that team.
He was able to get him all the way out to the free throw line, which really opens up the floor for other teammates to come and grab it. Now on the offensive side of the ball, he's a kid that knows that where he wants the ball and wants it inside. Here in this couple of clips, you'll see immediately he demands the ball. They feed it to him, and he wastes no time making what it seems to be his signature move, of spinning through the lane. Your thoughts on his footwork and his ability just to make things happen at the rim?
His footwork is a little bit slow for my liking, but the thing is that his movements are very purposeful. I really like that with him, is that he uses his power. He knows what moves he can use at what time. Right there makes a very good move and gets the foul and the bucket. And he makes his presence known, as you said. He's a very vocal guy, and he really enjoys backing down his man and using the power that he has. He might not be the most athletic guy, but he's definitely got the strength behind him.
And he's somebody who has good floor awareness, it seems, at least, in from what we've seen of him so far. I mean, on this one, you see he recognizes that the lane is open, does a little curl cut so that the ball can't be stolen from him, and goes and scores on the layup. And again, it's not something you always see for a big man. He's decisive right there, goes to the lane and finishes. And that's a big key. Now, of course, it's not so easy always just to get straight to the basket. Sometimes you have to work a little bit to get inside. Your thoughts on the energy that he shows, especially when he's trying to work just to be able to get to the rim?
Well, it seems like it comes and goes a little bit. As I said, he's not the best conditioned guy. He's not the most athletic guy. Has yet to hit the weight room. But right here you kind of see the negative side of it. He's not really working that hard. Seems to be a little winded and is working his way around the court, but at the same time he's not trying to get a presence on the interior. He's right here, you see him sitting outside. But there are other flashes that you see throughout the game of, him really working and flashing to the ball.
And here you can see his ball handling skills a little bit. Of course, every guard wants to be a big man, and every big man wants to be a guard. But here he does a good job of getting rid of the ball and then flashing to the side of the court where the ball is. And especially this little move, after he's sealed on defense, he comes and makes himself available in the paint. And that seems like that's only going to be a skill that's going to develop as he gets older.
Yeah, and I mean, the best part about that move is that he's moving with the guard that's on that side of the court. He's not leaving himself on that one seal on the outside. When the guard moves to where he can only get the ball to him on the inside, he brings it to the inside and cuts his man off there. And it's really nice to see a guy like him be active on the offensive end and really demanding the ball. That's what gets him the ball in this situation, is he right there. He calls for it loudly and then pushes to the rim and goes up with it and gets the foul.
And he's a guy, too, that knows where he belongs. We talk about him handling the ball a little bit. I mean, here he gets the ball to a guard and heads straight to the post, straight to the low post, knows where he wants to be. And they run a little bit of a play to free him up. They feed him the ball. He's able to start to spin. Now, he loses the ball a little bit. That's his youth, I think. And certainly his ball handling is something that's going to have to improve.
Definitely. And, I mean, he's raw in some aspects. Like I said, the athleticism is a bit lacking there. And he doesn't make the best decisions all the time, but you can see that he has a really high basketball IQ by the presence that he develops and the way he moves about the floor when he's really working down there. And during the game, he did make some really great decisions in terms of passing and his cuts to the rim as well. So he's got a lot of potential there.
I think the great thing about this little clip is that you could see him looking to get the contact and feel where the defender is, feel where he is, gets the contact, and then picks up his dribble a little bit high for my taste, but still, it's something where he's a young player. On this one, again, he demands the ball in the low post, is looking to get rid of it, does his spin, but it gets the ball taken away. And again, that's a mistake of just keeping the ball too low. All you young big men out there, you don't want to make yourself any smaller than you are. And what he does here is by bringing the ball down low, he makes it available to the guards to steal away. Now, of course, it's an important aspect of any big man is to be able to convert from the free throw line. And certainly Mark Williams seems to have a nice form, something that college coaches will be able to really work with in the future.
Definitely. And, I mean, he got to the line quite a bit during that game. Not as much as you would expect him to. There were a couple of no calls in there that aroused some jeers from the crowd, but he's a guy that gets to the line often and uses his strength to his full advantage to still be able to finish during some of that contact.
So now, just after watching him for a couple of days, I mean, what do you think that his future is, and what kind of prospect you think he could be?
Well, the thing is, he has a lot of potential left in terms of athleticism, and I feel like once he hits the weight room, once he starts working on, cutting some weight and also getting his vertical and things like that up and increasing his speed, he'll be a real guy who could definitely be a high major prospect. I mean, at this time, he has an offer from IU. He's got all the Big Ten looking at him. He's a guy that could definitely be a difference maker on a team in the post if he gets that athleticism to where it needs to be. So I guess we'll see how he develops with that over the summer. This is going to be a very crucial period for him in terms of getting those offers other than the one he just has from IU.
Well, Sean, we appreciate you taking the time to put together the video, going to see him, and we appreciate you listening. For more analysis on IU prospects and all the news surrounding Hoosier Athletics, be sure to check back with InsideIndiana.com. Until next time, for Sean Morrison, this is Ken Bikoff. Thanks for listening, and pace yourself.